my introduction. Okay, let's begin, shall we? This is Red Dawn, Daru Moko's Bright Beginnings. Let's see here. Let's begin at my nesting grounds, to where all the red phoenixes cast their little flames at the sky. The mountain town was positioned to where the clouds couldn't interfere with the blessing casted down upon us by the Grand Phoenix. This beautiful sky-high village was named Red Dawn, after the great warrior whom sacrificed, called Solaris, the Red Phoenix. This one god had burned fear into the hearts of our envious foes. Thus, grand religious institutions formed around this burning red star. It even inspired the centerpiece of our holy temple within, where many of the Templars chirped their praise of this mighty god. Even I looked into the rumors myself, and I very much knew why my parents raised me here. This was the most ideal area shown upon me as a young hatchling, because it would allow me to spread my flightless wings into the sharp, powerful, fiery wings to that of Solaris, the god of my people. Here we have the town and his parents. His father, Dalius Condor, a soldier slash guardian of the town. And then we have his mother, Baka, a priest at one of the temples. Alright, let's see here. Yellow afternoon, heated lessons. During my time as if grammar is as a weak fledgling of Red Dawn, my parents taught me extremely necessary skills once I'm old enough to go on my own. My father has shown me how to use the mace with a more flexible yet heavy-handed combat technique. At that time, we were breaking old boxes for practice as they were outdated. Then he had shown me a more tactical range weapon, the lightweight crossbow. He would explain to me that this weapon would be best fit an aerial assault plan. Quoted by him himself, long range weapons would be best suited for an Aerococra. You know, he did also show me this other weapon. I never really got used to it. It was like some magic stick with gunpowder and everything. But I really hated the noise. So I never practiced with it as much as I did could have. And meanwhile, during this time, my mother would eventually turn me into a cleric of Red Dawn. Being a healer was rather imperative because of how many wounded were resulted during our last conflict. And I really liked the flames I could cast on my heretic. It was a rather delightful sight, if you ask me. However, she did tell me one thing: don't be prejudiced. It will It would be more beneficial to be reasonable and level-headed. Otherwise, the dark clouds will fog my memories and reason. And let's see why he, well, basically left to go adventure. The dawning star has finally allowed me to spread my wings and leave this pint-sized cage. My previous life was rather peaceful and quite enjoyable, but I'm then reminded that cold stone gargoyles existed. Many of the colonies were attacked by those destructive flying rocks. No longer we could allow it to last for long. The Grand Templar had made coordinated efforts to eradicate them. Once we finally drove them out, they attacked many other humanoid colonies. Some warriors were sent out to aid the resistance efforts against the Earth cults, including myself. I had to leave my home and the comforts within. Now I must search for warriors capable of providing aid in the destruction of these flying, unholy rocks. Okay, I could have done better. I will not lie. I think that, yeah, thank you. I probably should have fixed the grammar better. Bloody hell. And final picture, the Grand Phoenix dawning over the conflict within. Bloody gargoyles. They ruined everything. And probably like a rough sketch art piece of him. Pretty good, but I could have done better. Okay, now that's good. Thank you. I've kind of tried my best. Alright, so anyone want to go next? It's understandable. Also, note to self, fix my grammar. You could probably help James with writing his story if he needs that, by the way. I just sort of based my story off of the history of the race with the gargoyles. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, okay, I cannot see it. It's, like, loading. Cricket. Now I go look at my backstory and rewrite it. Why is it always black screen?
Device. Okay, test, test, test. Okay, yeah, it's recording it now. It's gonna be like crazy loud, but it should be able to record my voice at least. Now, as soon as you guys can all like see it, you guys able to see it now? Okay, awesome, great, great. Okay, y'all. So this is my character, Lady Reverie Laffrom Boys. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And I made this. To be fair, okay, so the background was actually made by Chan. I made slight edits to it though. So like just added a slight pink tint to it and added this gold foil like foliage type stuff to it. But you know the actual borders and that kind of stuff, all made by Chan. Again, like they have incredible art style and artwork. Just wanted to say that again. Um, and for the artwork I've included on here, this one I really cannot take credit for at all. All I did was really just change like the eye color a bit and like edit out like the ears just to make it look a bit more like the character. This one I did a lot more heavy editing with, but the original image like I used like as like a template or like I guess like what is it? Here, like let me see if I can show it to you. This is what the original image was. So I just kind of like used that as like a backdrop. I guess it's just personal use and that kind of stuff. It should be fine. It's not like I'm trying to sell it, but I just I got some Photoshop practice out of it. But yeah, transform that to that for the image there. So I don't want to take like full credit. I didn't like draw things from scratch here. Um, but yeah. So anyways, this is my character, Lady Reverie Laffrom Boys. She is a pink tiefling bard. Like I started this off like in the fantastical continent of Faerun, bards and entertainers alike are a dime a dozen. Any traveler that wanders these lands can stumble upon a musician or jester in the local tavern. Much less common, however, is the Sword Coast songstress Lady Reverie Laffrom Boys. Just very vague introduction there, of course.
Yeah.
Um, Here's the actual, like, kind of like lore of the character. Abandoned as a babe near the city of Waterdeep, she was taken in and raised by a troop of troublesome troubadours. The troop decided to name the young tiefling Laffrom Boys due to the tiny tiefling's rosy complexion. So if you actually look up, for the naming choice for Laffrom Boys, I actually looked up, like, you know how, like, you look up, like, those baby name sites to figure out, like, how to name your characters and stuff? So I looked up, like, French surnames and that kind of stuff. So Laffrom Boys means literally, like, the raspberry. And, like, it's just because she's kind of pink, she's a pink character, I figured that would be cute. So Laffron Boys, due to the tiny tiefling's rosy complexion. Her adoptive family, despite their talents, would more often earn coin by picking the pockets of their audiences rather than subsist solely on the revenue of tips. Our young future hero was roped into these efforts before she could even fully talk, often acting as a distraction to potential marks while her guardians procured their profits. This somewhat unorthodox upbringing taught Laffrom Boys both how to play the fiddle and how to play others like a fiddle, and she planned to use these talents to further her own goals. One day, she would often think, I'll have more riches than even the wealthiest members of the Lord's Alliance. So I actually looked up when coming up with this background lore, like more information about the world of like this campaign or the Icespire Peak campaign specifically, and it's called like the continent is called Faerun, and it's like known as being like on the Sword Coast, that kind of stuff. Like so, it's northwestern Faerun. And like the ruling body of like that area that we're going to be doing our campaign in is called like the Lord's Alliance. So it's kind of like basically an alliance between like 5 different city-state kind of major city-state type things is how I would describe it. So yeah, it's like I referenced it a lot after like looking into it a bit more, just because I wanted to really add like more depth to the background and kind of like establish it more in the world of like this campaign we're doing. Let's continue. When her adopted family decided to finally settle down near the city of Neverwinter, which is part of our map of the campaign, it's the major city there, Laughrin Boyce struck off on her own in order to make her dreams a reality. To further signify this new chapter of her life, she gave herself a virtue name, Reverie, and adopted the title of Lady. Since all tieflings can trace their bloodlines back to nobility, Reverie would think, I suppose I've always been one anyways. So again, like looking back into like the history of like this world of D&D, apparently at least like in the world of this campaign, the reason tieflings exist is because like I don't know, like a millennia or two ago, there was like some like mad king or something that tried to consolidate his powers by like making deals with like infernal deals or something. And basically he forced a bunch of the nobility in his kingdom to make the same sort of contracts, like make deals with like devils or whatever, in order to consolidate power. And if they refused to do that, he would just slaughter them. So that's like this whole like that whole pact thing is the reason tieflings exist. It's supposed to be like this like a traces of this infernal deal, from their lineage. And so like humans, like you can go many generations without having a tiefling, and like suddenly like a bunch like a human couple will have like a tiefling, and it's like, oh no, and that kind of goes back into like the whole like reason like she was abandoned, too, because like a lot of people, they see tiefling and they're like, oh no, that's like crazy. Yeah, so with her new name and a plan of action, Lady Reverie Laughrin Boyce made her way to the newly rebuilt town of Phandalin, where she'd soon end up joining a group of adventurers and accomplishing feats of legend. Oh, and the virtue name thing is an actual thing with like tieflings apparently. Let me see if I can find it. Now you guys see the embarrassing like a number of tabs I always have open. Nice. So virtue names are like an actual thing. So apparently tieflings, they have 3 broad categories of names. So like oftentimes like they're born into another culture. Like let's say if they're a dwarf, they'll have like a dwarf name, etc. If like they're raised by dwarfs or whatever. So like that's where the whole Laughrin Boyce thing comes from. That's kind of like I guess like her birth name or whatever, what she was given by her adoptive family. But then she chose a virtue name, which decided to strike off on her own as well. So Lady Reverie Laughrin Boyce. Yeah, so that's the reasoning behind her name. And then I made this last page like as like kind of like just like a quick like what is it called? But just kind of like a fast facts thing on her as well. So this is again like that edited picture that I did, profile picture. Lady Reverie Laughrin Boyce, name Lady Tiefling, pronoun she her. She's pretty small. Oh yeah, she likes to dress like pretty fancy. So like she doesn't want to be like, she wouldn't be caught dead like in drab, I guess. Like that would be like her nightmare. She wants to like, she likes to dress really extravagantly and like very fancy. Like she wants to live like a noble, even though she doesn't necessarily have the means to do that yet. Like her goal is to like, she also has like a bit of a princess complex, I guess is what I would say. Like she's kind of dramatic and a drama queen, and like, yeah. So that's kind of her. And again, her goal is to be like filthy rich. That's like her number one dream. So yeah, that's my character, Lady Reverie Laughrin Boyce. Any questions, or does anyone else want to share?
I'll say this. You are definitely better at grammar than I will ever be.
Aw, well, your art was amazing, if that makes you feel any better.
You know, after all of our character introductions are finished, maybe we all could, like, have a picture of all of our characters together,
Yeah, that'd be really
roughly
cute.
drawn. But anyway, is anyone else ready?
Yes, no,
Let's
maybe
see.
so.
I'll be honest here. if they need help with their character backstory, do you think we would probably help them with this?
Oh yeah, if
Help
anybody
flesh
has
it
like
out a
any
bit more?
thing they want to like edit about their characters, I'm totally down to help too. Like, I mean, whatever you guys want to do. Like, I know this is kind of like constantly work in progress, and we'll figure out our characters as we're doing our campaigns more too. Like, don't stress too much. I know it's like a lot right now, but like we'll be able to make it work. Let's just talk. The important thing about D&D is like, it's you're having fun together. You're creating your own world and your own decisions together. It's not like about winning or losing or having the coolest, most unique character ever. It's just about like, having a fun time and creating a fun adventure between friends. That's all it is.
Exactly. Main objective is to have fun.
Exactly. So yeah. Anyone dying to jump in and share what they have so far? I see Jada is typing. Is Jada interested in sharing? Ooh la la. LOL. I love it. That's a mood though. Okay. I have seen some of your PDFs. I know we were sharing PDFs earlier, and all of yours look really nice. I think we have a really good group of characters, actually. Look, and then we have like a Dragonborn cleric. And I know, what is it? We have, if I pull it up, Sophia's is is Kenshin Barona, a mysterious swordsman who at a very young age went from academy to academy, challenging swordsmen to a duel, which is really cool. Here, I'm gonna change it so I'm not just
Do
sharing
you
like,
count as a cleric? Let's see. Did you choose your class type as cleric? If so, then yes. Otherwise, wait, what's your character's class? You chose warrior. Uh, no. Probably no. Then I think I'm not sure. Let me see the sheet.
By the way,
Let's
Emma,
see.
Safina says. Whoop. You might need to go to general chat for DM talk. Oh, are we being summoned? Oh, crud. Let's see here. DM for each pod team now having the starting premise for this theater of the mind style using imagination first practice adventure. We can continue these into Thursday's class. Blah, 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 blah. Are we being summoned right now? I can't even see. La, la, la. Hold up. Are we being summoned? I'm just gonna put that in general. So I'm just sharing my screen right now. I can just share some of the stuff that was shared, I guess, with y'all, or you guys shared earlier. If some of you want me just to like post it, Sophia, like for instance, Sophia, I know you can't speak. Do you want me just to like share like the basics of what you did? Since you can't speak. Pull up, pull up, pull up. No, just the pod team to say who's going to be a DM. Not right now, I don't think. General voice chat. No, I don't. Oop. Honestly, understandable, guys. Well, you guys all have really cool characters. So regardless, like, no need to be shy, but I totally get it at the same time. We're gonna have a fun, semester together. I think we're gonna be doing like, the campaign related stuff for most of this fall. I think we're only gonna like stop doing it like around late October or early November, right? Hey, okay. Okay, does that mean I have to end this video recording so I can jump into like a voice chat somewhere? Pull up.
Oh.
Oop,
Seems.
oop, oop, oop.
I guess you're the DM. I guess I could be the assistant DM.
No, I'm cool with whatever. Yeah, we have a really big group for D&D. That's the thing I've been thinking about. Like, I was wondering if like he was gonna split us into like mini groups, like Pod Team 8A or Pod Team 8B. Just because, like, what is it? I forget how many people in our group. We have like 8 or something, right? That's really large for D&D. In fact, the recommended size for the Icefire Peak campaign, from what I understand, is like just 1 to 6 players, which is wild. From this example playthrough.
The DM.
Yeah, I got the DM got DMs from the professor. Yep, yep, yep. I'm sharing the screen. Like, I guess you guys can see my full screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes. Vibes, vibes, vibes. Spoiler alert. Yeah. I think he wants it secret. Oh, prob. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't open it. You just guys saw, like, a preview thing. I also don't think we're jumping into it today, right? Because, I mean, like, what? Class ended 9 minutes ago, didn't it? Or am I wrong? Or does
Well,
it end in 6
y-
minutes? I forget. Yeah, I think
yes,
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday.
I will keep it all secret then. You guys won't know anything other than there is, like, a thing. Spooky
Yeah.
dooky. Alrighty. Anything you guys want to jump in and like talk about in these last 6 minutes? Like, maybe we can post like images that like fit our mood for like the week or something. Hold up. Maybe I can look up a reaction image. What pictures do I have? Hold up. I have like all these like I came up with this thing like a while back where it's like because I got so sick of not being able to use custom emojis because like I had made this separate like student Discord, right? Um, and this whole like student Discord means I don't have access to Nitro, so I can't use my custom emojis, and it's really bothering me. Like you have no idea how much not being able to use like the this to be honest like emoji thing is, you know. Like look, I used to be able to just go like, you know, where is the this to be honest thing? Yeah, I used to be able to go like this to everything, and now I can't, and it's the worst. Or this to be honest, or like what are some other emojis? Or the SMH my head. Like there's so many custom emojis I just regularly use. Like it's so frustrating not having access to Discord Nitro anymore. You guys have no idea.
I know, right?
It is like yeah, exactly. It is the worst. Like I use like, you know, custom emojis for everything. Like look at these custom emojis, guys. Like, you know, it'd be so nice to be able like to access them more regularly. Like look at this. You got blushing animals, heart eyes. This, I got this.
No, not plastic.
Oh, I also made custom emojis too.
Oh,
Let's
you
see.
made your own? Now I have to see them. You have to share some. Because I feel like, you know, emojis you actually make yourself must be really cool.
Yeehaw.
Oh, is there yeehaw? Oh my goodness, yes.
And yeehaw too.
And he,
Yes! Oh my gosh.
And then we got the
Do you not just put it in a server and use it straight from Discord? No, Jada. Okay, so usually when I'm using my other Nitro account, like what I will like, I don't have Nitro tied to this account. So the problem is I can't use emojis from different servers when I don't have Nitro tied to this account. But with my other account, I do have Nitro, and I totally do have like personal servers. Like I actually like what I said. I added this thing the other day. So I had like invited myself back to one of my personal servers. So like this is like my other account right there, and let's see. Slay. So like yeah, I do have like a bunch of personal emojis on this one. Like clown. So as you can see, like, you know, normally I have access to all of these and a lot more. Like a ridiculous amount.
It's
Like,
like so annoying that you need Discord Nitro.
I know, and the problem is like it's also really annoying that I can't just like, you know how like with Instagram or like Twitter you can just be signed into multiple accounts and easily swap between the two. It's really annoying that I have to log in and out for like separate Discord accounts. They seriously need to fix that. It's just, you know, really bothersome. Feels dank, man. Yeah. But honestly, wow. Okay, Chan, your artwork is just incredible. Look at that. That is just so stunning. Absolutely incredible.
The Yeehaw 2, like the cat one above it, is like the newest one I've made.
Well, I love it.
Oh yeah. So
Do you guys want to play Jackbox for a few minutes while we're just vibing?
Sadly I cannot. I have to get ready for class.
Understandable. Yeah, I don't have class again until like what is it, 4:30. So I have a few more hours with things to kill. A few more hours to kill. I guess is what I don't want to like say that on recording that I have things to kill. That sounds really messed up. I swear I am not killing things. That is not what I do. But yeah, I guess like Tuesdays and Thursdays are my most chill days, just because like I get to like stay home for most like in the morning and don't have to actually go anywhere until like, and Tuesdays especially I don't have to go anywhere until 4:30, but Thursdays I don't have to go anywhere at all except for just attend this remote class, which is nice.
God. I have to, like, go. It takes me, like, an hour to actually get to my class.
Oof. Yeah, luckily I live by campus. I live like just north of Burke Lake, so like for me the commute isn't that bad. So I'm taking most of my classes. This is my only online class this semester actually, but it's my first semester back since the quarantine and COVID stuff started.
Yep.
Okay, well I'm gonna end the recording now because I feel like we're just kind of rambling for the last like 10 minutes or so in this recording. So everybody feel free to like say bye in the recording if they want. If you have anything you want to toss into the Pod Team 8 chat before I end the recording, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Bye, lol.
So,
Okay.
goodbye, everyone. And if you need help, just ask me, since, or anyone in the team, really. If you need help with something, I'm available tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll see you guys later. Bye, recording.
Bye.